yeah, and we know how to calculate. Then we learned about the roots of a quadratic equation. So the roots are nothing but the x-intercepts, right?
Yes.
So we know, then we learn how can we calculate the root. So to calculate, the root, basically we had 2 3 methods. So first was we can factorize it, right?
Yes.
Factorization method. Then we learned about FOIL method. So using the FOIL method also we can factorize the equation, right? Then we learned about squaring, completing the square method, right?
Yes.
So completing the square method. So so what was the FOIL method? If we had ax squared plus bx plus some c. So FOIL method was basically the coefficient of x squared and the constant term multiplication. FOIL method says that the multiplication of coefficient of x square and the constant term is equals to multiplication of b1 b2, right? Where b1 b2 is the expression, so b1 plus b2 we can express as b, right? That means we can break x in two different terms so that multiplication of their coefficient will be equals to multiplication of the constant term and the coefficient of x square, right? So for example, we have seen an example. If suppose this is our example, then we can break it, right? So the multiplication of this two term is 30.
Ma'am, is this session recorded, ma'am?
What?
No, is this session getting recorded, or this is only one time session?
No, it will be live streaming.
No recording will be available later.
No, it is live streaming on the YouTube. So you can go to the YouTube and the live section and you can find it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Right? Sorry, it is 13. So 13 we can again break as 10 plus 3 and their multiplication will be 30. So we can break this equation as 3x squared plus 10x plus 3x plus 10, right? Then we can take this 2. So 3x we can take as common. So we will get x plus 1 plus 10 x plus 1. Then we can take x plus 1 as common. So we will get 3x plus 10, right? So from here we can find the roots. So the roots will be minus 1 and minus 10 by 3, right? So it was basically FOIL method. Then we can also use the completing the square method. And via completing the square method, if I have a equation ax squared, if I have the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So using completing the square method, we know that the root we can calculate directly via the formula, right? Minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? This is a known formula. And this term, b square minus 4ac is called discriminant, and we can denote it via d, right? So this discriminant can be of 3 different types that we also know. This can be greater than 0, this can be less than 0, this can be equals to 0, right? If it is greater than 0, then what is the conclusion? Anyone?
Then it has positive real roots. It
Like
has real roots. It
Yeah.
has real roots.
two different real roots,
Two
right?
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if it is negative, then
No real root.
Imaginary roots.
and if it is 0, then repeated root, right?
Repeated root. Yes.
So depending upon the discriminant, we can divide the quadratic equation in 3 different parts, right? And also we know the pictures. So if discriminant is greater than 0, and this is our parabola, how it will it look? Suppose this is our x-axis, y-axis, and this is our x-axis. So the parabola will look like this or this, depending upon the constant a, right?
Yes.
Because we know that we have two distinct root. So two distinct root are basically two distinct x-intercepts, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if discriminant is less than 0, in that case, we know that no roots. That means what? There will be no x-intercept, right? That means our
Yes.
picture will look like either like that, this, or like this, right?
Yes.
So in that case, both the parabola doesn't have any x-intercept, right? And if d is equals to 0, that means we have repeated root. Also in week 4, we know that if we have a repeated root, because this is a quadratic equation, so if we have a repeated root means the multiplicity of the root will be 2, right? 2, right? Which is even.
Yes.
So we will find this type of figure, right?
Tangent.
Yeah. That means the x-axis will be the tangent, right? And if I have a parabola, this point is called the vertex of the parabola, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And this line is called the axis of symmetry. So why is it axis of symmetry? Because with respect to this line, our parabola is basically symmetric, right? That is why,
Yes.
yeah. So that is why we can call this line as axis of symmetry. And this is exactly the middle line of our parabola. And if we have a parabola in the upward direction, then the vertex is basically minima. We can see it, right? And if I have the parabola in a downward direction, then the vertex is maxima. So what is the formula for vertex? The x coordinate of the vertex.
Minus b by
B by
2a.
2a.
Yeah, right. Minus b by 2a. So it is, if a is greater than 0, then this is what? This is, if
Minima.
a is, yeah, then this is minima. And if a is less than 0, then this vertex is the
Maxima.
maxima, right?
Maximum.
Okay. So these were some things in our week 3, right? So I hope we covered almost the things which were in week 3. So we can solve some problem. Suppose you
Slope. There was slope as well. Something
Yeah,
related
okay,
to
okay.
slope.
Yeah, right. So slope. Slope is like, we know when we had the straight line. So for a straight line, what a slope is? The angle we can
Yes.
take, and the m, that means the slope is equals to tan theta, right?
Yes.
This was the m. This m was slope of the line, right?
Yes.
So at any point, for a line, at any point, slope is basically same, right? But if I have a curve which is bending, like a parabola, then at different point, we will find different slope. Okay. And for any curve, how can we find the slope? It's basically, suppose we have a parabola, and at this point we want to compute the slope. That means at this point we will draw the tangent line. And what is a tangent line? This line is just a line which will touch the curve at that point, right? This is called a tangent line, right?
Yes.
Now we know that how can we calculate slope of a line? So we had a curve at the beginning, then we arrived to a tangent line, arrived to a line basically. Now we know how to calculate slope of the line. Similar concept, the theta, and m is equals to tan theta. So this is basically the slope of the tangent line, right? At the point. And this is nothing but this m is the slope of the curve itself at the point. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That means if we have any arbitrary curve, and at any point, if I want to calculate the slope, so I will take help of a line. And the line is nothing but the tangent line, the linear approximation of the curve at some point. Okay. So at any point, if I want to calculate the slope, that means I will draw a line which touches the curve at that point. Then I will calculate the slope of that line. And the slope of the line is nothing but slope of the curve at that particular point. Okay. And this m is equals to tan theta. And we have a different value for this m, which is f dash x. Or at the point A, if I want to calculate the slope at the point A, so it will be f dash A. Okay. And in general, the slope of a curve f at a point x is f dash x. Okay. That means the derivative of the given function. Okay. So here, particularly our function is ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So what will be the derivative of this function?
2ax plus b.
And this is nothing but the slope of the function, right? We know that this is the slope of the function, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But whenever question is asking slope at x comma y, it's telling them, madam. For sorry for just 1 second. No?
Sure.
So why the y coordinate is required here for in this formula if you want to use?
Y coordinate to use this formula?
Yeah.
No, for this we only need the x coordinate. I mean,
So no, whenever we say at the point x comma y, at the point 2 comma 3, like that only you are telling, no?
yeah, but
So
yeah, we
so
can tell both the point. This is not a issue, but we need only, like, for this particular thing, we need only the x coordinate, because
yeah,
we only have the x coordinate in the equation, right? If
yeah,
we want to find a particular value at any point, then we only need the x coordinate. So if you have both the point, then you will use the x coordinate only. Okay. So suppose suppose you have the parabola. Suppose for example, we have the parabola x squared plus 2x plus 3. Okay, this is a parabola, right? So for this parabola, we can calculate the equation of the slope. And what will be the equation?
2x plus 2.
2x plus 2, right? Suppose you have to calculate the slope at
2x plus 3, ma'am.
2x plus 2, right?
Differentiation.
Yes.
Differentiation. We are doing differentiation. Also, the value of b is 2 here. So we will get 2x plus 2, right? Suppose the question is like you have to calculate the slope at 2 comma.
So ma'am, equation is y mx plus c also could be.
What?
Mx plus c.
Mx plus c.
Yes.
So mx plus c is the equation of a line, right?
Yes.
Right. And
It
this
is
is slope for the line.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 comma some y, we can calculate it via this equation. So some y. Okay. Then what do we have to do?
4 plus
We
2,
have
We
6.
have to substitute 2 into 2x
Basically,
plus
we have to calculate f dash of 2, right?
2. Yes.
That means 2 into 2 plus 2. That means 6. This is the answer, right? So if I want to calculate slope at some particular point, we just need the x coordinate, okay? We will first derivative, then we will put the value. Okay? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No.
Go ahead, madam.
Okay. Okay, let us do one example. Suppose we want to calculate, okay, let me write it. So suppose we have two friends and we want to calculate the equation of a quadratic function, okay? So the first person tried to calculate it and he arrived like okay. So two person is trying to find the equation of a quadratic function. The first person found the equation with root as 1 and 2, but he made a mistake. He made a mistake in writing down the constant term, okay? And the second person okay, okay. So these are two hints and we have to find the exact equation. Okay, is the question clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so just try to solve this and let me know the exact equation, the final equation.
May I answer, ma'am?
What?
May I answer?
Yeah, sure.
The first equation, I am getting it as x square minus 3x plus 2. And the second one, I'm getting it as x square minus 5x plus 6.
So what is our required equation?
X square minus sum of zeros, x plus product of zeros.
What? Yeah, yes, that is right. So we have to find the required equation. We are trying to calculate the exact equation. The first person made a mistake. He found the equation with root 1 and 2, but he made a mistake in writing down the constant term. Okay, that means the
Yes.
constant term is not the correct one. Okay, and the second person found the equation with root 2 and 3, but he also made a mistake in writing down the coefficient of x. That means in second equation, the coefficient of x is not correct. Okay. So what will be the final equation then?
So first we will have C is not equal to 2, and second we will have A is not equal to 1.
No. The coefficient of x, b. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
May I answer?
Yeah.
Ma'am, is the answer x square minus 3x plus 6?
Yeah, right. So this is the answer. Any doubt? Anyone?
Can you please explain?
Ma'am, this can be
Yes.
explained.
Okay.
Yeah, why we choose 6?
Okay, I'm saying it. See, we want to find the equation. Okay, the first person found the equation as root 1, like with the root 1 and 2. Okay, so we can calculate the equation whose roots are 1 and 2, right? But he made a mistake in writing down the constant term. That means in the first equation, the constant term is not the correct one, right?
Yes.
But the
What is-
coefficient of x and the coefficient of x square is correct, right?
Yes.
In the first equation. Okay. In the second equation, the second person found the equation with root 2 and 3, but he made a mistake in writing down the coefficient of x. That means here coefficient of x is not correct, but the constant term and coefficient of x square is correct, right?
Okay. Coefficient of constant term is correct here.
Yeah, constant term and coefficient of x square is correct in the second equation, right? Because
Okay.
he only made the mistake in writing down the coefficient of x, right?
We can take coefficient of x from here and constant term from here and
Yes.
from there.
So we will take the coefficient from the coefficient from the first of x from the first equation and constant term from the second equation. Okay. So this is our final equation, the required equation, which we were trying to calculate. Okay.
From first equation we get x square.
How did you arrive that one?
So in the first equation was.
How did you find the first equation?
So the first equation was
language.
with root 1 and 2, right?
Okay.
1 and 2. So we know if I have root alpha and beta, the equation is like x square minus sum of root into x plus product of root, multiplication of root, right?
Okay.
Okay. So we have alpha equals to 1 and beta equals to 2, right? So what will be the equation then? X square minus 3x plus 2, right?
Ma'am, can we say this like x minus 1 into x minus 2?
Sure. Whenever we have the root 1, 2, then this is a factorization we know, simple thing. Then we can simplify it and this two will be same. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, for the second equation, roots were 2 and 3. So again, we will take alpha equals 2 and beta equals 3. So we will get the equation x square minus 5x plus 6. So in the first equation, we know that the constant term was incorrect. And in the second equation, the coefficient of x was incorrect. these things are correct, right? So we can take the correct things and we can make the original equation. Is it fine now?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yes,
got
ma'am.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So no one having no doubt with it, right?
No.
So one note, we know that if two lines are parallel, then they have the same slope, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if they are perpendicular, then the multiplication of their slope is basically equals to -1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So suppose if we have a line, some y equals to x plus 3, okay? And we have a point 1, 2, okay? Suppose you have to calculate the line L, which is parallel to y and passing through the point 1, 2. So what will be the equation of the line?
Y minus Y naught equal to M into X minus X naught.
Y minus y naught equals to m into x minus x.
Minus X naught.
Correct.
M
So,
will take from the previous equation, which is 1.
yeah. 1
And
into,
Y naught is 2. Okay.
right? So we will get y equals x
Plus
plus
1.
So this is the equation, right?
Ma'am, did you wrote 1, 2 such that L parallel to Y?
Yeah. Y means this line.
Yeah.
So L is parallel to this line and passing through this point. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means we know because they are parallel,
We know
that
the
means
slope.
the slope will be equal, right?
Yeah.
So, and we have one point over the line. So we know that if I have the slope and a point, then how can we calculate
Yeah.
it?
From
And
point.
how did you put the slope 1? Slope is 1 only.
Slope is
Yeah.
there.
So what is slope of this line? Suppose
1.
L1.
1.
1, right?
Suppose, we suppose 1.
Why we suppose 1? What is the formula of slope? If y
Minus b by
equals
2.
to mx plus c, then m is the slope, right? The coefficient of x is slope, right? So what is the
Okay.
coefficient of x there? 1.
1.
So 1 will be the slope of the first line, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Then we have parallel, so slope must be same.
Yeah. Then L is parallel to L1. That means the slope of L will be same to the slope of L1, right? So the slope of the new line will be basically 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So instead of parallel, suppose L was perpendicular to Y and passing through 2, 3. Then what will be the equation of L?
From first equation, you calculate the slope of the second equation as m1 into m2 equal to -1. So here m1 is 1.
Yeah.
So 1 into 1, it will be -1.
So the slope of the line will be -1, right?
-1. Yeah.
So then what will be the equation? Similarly,
Y plus x minus 1 is equal to 0.
Y plus x minus 5
Y
equals
minus
0.
3. Y minus 3 equal to 2 into x minus x plus, okay, minus 1
right?
into x
One
minus
into
2.
Y plus x is equal to 1.
Right. Equals to 1. Okay. So this will be the final equation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, ma'am, slope minus, you took -1.
What?
The slope you took -1 from where?
Yeah. So what the slope of the given line is 1, right? And we said that the line L is perpendicular to the given line L, right?
Okay.
So that means m into m1 should be equals to -1. And we know m1 is 1,
It
X
should be.
plus y is equal to 5.
right?
Ma'am, it should be m into m1 is equal to -1.
Yeah, m into m1 is -1, and the
Yeah,
value
yeah,
of m1 is 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I just put it, so we will get m equals to -1, right? Which is the slope of the new line.
M is 1 and m1 we have to find.
Okay.
Okay. We put equal to -1.
Yeah, we know the value of m1, right? So we will put the value of m1 in the equation.
M1 we know 1.
When two lines are perpendicular, then their slope,
Their
product of their
multiplication
slope is
of
equal
their
to
slope is
Hala
minus.
jo. HP.
Okay.
Okay. I think I didn't get this. For perpendicular one.
Okay, let us do one more example.
You have to write m1 into m2 equal to -1. Then m1 equal to 1. So 1 into m2 equal to -1. This implies that m2 equal to -1. Here, if you write that, you will understand, sir.
Okay, I will take a new example. So
I think he's confused between -1 and 1 or m and m1.
that is why I'm taking
Yes.
another example. Okay.
1 and -1.
Suppose this is our L1 line. Okay.
Okay.
And we have a L2, and we have the given hint that L2 is perpendicular to L1 and passing through the point 1, 2. And you have to find the equation of L1, L2. Okay.
Okay.
So now tell me what will be the equation of L2.
Y0 minus y1 is equal to m.
First tell me what is the slope of L2?
3/2.
2. Max plus c
2
is
by
there.
3.
Minus 3/2.
Right.
Oh.
Minus 3/2. This is the slope of.
Well, first we will
No,
find
you asked
the
for L1, no, madam. L1.
ma'am.
M1 is what is M1?
Yeah, that is what he is finding out, no?
2 by
Yeah.
3.
M1 is 2 by 3, right?
Yeah.
So because they are perpendicular, that means M1 into M2 will be -1, right? That means M2 will be equals to -1 by M1. That means -3/2, right?
Everything, I think you understood, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So this is how every time if we have something parallel, you have to first calculate slope of the given line. Okay. If the two lines are parallel, that means you will take the same slope. If they are perpendicular, you have to calculate via this equation. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have slope of the line, and we know that the line passes through this point. So what will be the equation of the line L2 then? Tell me.
Y minus y
we
naught.
just put in the formula.
Yeah, y minus
Y naught.
What is y naught? What is y naught?
Y naught is 2.
Yeah, equals minus 3/2 x minus 1, right?
1. Yes.
Now we can simplify it. Then what we will get? 2y minus 4 equals minus 3x plus 3/3, right? That means 3x plus 2y equals to 7, right? So this is the final equation. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if L2 was suppose parallel,
then slope is same.
Parallel to L1 and passes through the point 2, 3. Then what is the equation of L2?
Yes.
What is the equation of L2?
Y minus 3
y minus 3.
Minus 3 by 2 minus 1.
Y
Minus
minus
2.
3. Y minus 3. Then
Equal to minus 3 by 2.
think about it.
Slope must be same, right?
Yeah. What is the slope of the L1?
2 by 3.
So it will be 2 by 3,
2
right?
by 3. Yes, 2 by 3 minus 2.
X minus 2, right? Then we
Okay.
can simplify and get
Sorry.
that. Okay. Anyone, any doubt?
No.
Right? Okay. So these problems are important from the exam point of view also. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you just clarify it. Okay. Suppose we have that x plus b is a factor of okay. Find value of b. This is the question. This is the question. What will be the value of b?
Should we take the greatest common from first two terms and then second two terms?
Just let me know the final answer. Anyone? This should not take that much time. Only 1 minute is enough for this one. Even not 1 minute, half minute is enough for this one.
Ma'am, I solved this problem 2 days ago. All this now I totally look blind.
It's just
And this is 1 by 4, which is 0.25.
yeah, correct. Right? So are you, everyone is agreeing with it?
Ma'am, can you show
What?
Can you please give the hint?
Yeah, sure. So what is the equation? Mx squared plus mbx plus 20x plus 5, right? We know that x plus b is a factor of this equation. That means we can take x plus b as common, right? That means we can express this equation as x plus b into some other equation in x, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now,
x equal to minus b, that will satisfy this equation, no? You can write that it must be equal to 0.
yeah.
So you can put x equal to minus b here. Then we can get the value of b here.
Okay. So we can put x equals to minus
b. And equated is equal to 0. Then you can get the
Yes,
value.
yes, he is saying correct.
Yeah.
X plus
You
b
are-
equal to 0, then we
yes.
put x equal to minus b, then we
Yes.
put x equal, yes.
Good. So we have m b squared plus
m minus b square.
Minus b square plus minus 20b plus 5b equals to 0, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this will be cancelled out, then b will be 5
m
by
b
20,
square
that
minus
means 1
m b
by 4.
square minus 20b plus 5
And what
equal
is
to
the
0.
another method that you were saying?
Yeah.
The written above
Yeah,
x plus
I
b
will
into
say,
gx.
I will say it, but you get it, right?
Yes,
This one?
ma'am.
Okay. So b is equals to 1 by 4. Okay. Now let us tell us about the another method. So the thing is, if x plus b is a factor, that means we can express this equation in this form, right? Now, if I take common mx, then we will get x plus b. Then also from this factor, we should get some x plus b, right? So that we can take x plus b as common. So we can take 20, then we will get x plus 1 over 4. Okay. Now in the next line, we want to take x plus b as common so that we can get x plus b into mx plus 20. So this factor should be equals to x plus b, right? That means b should be equals to 1 by 4. This is something like intuitional. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So both the methods are okay for all of you, right?
Ma'am, just can you
Yes,
explain this
ma'am.
method once more?
Okay. So x plus b is a factor means we want to take the factor as common, right?
Okay.
So from this two, we can take mx, then we found x plus b. That means from this two also we should get some x plus b factor, right? So if I take 20 as common, we will get x plus 1 over 4, right? And this factor should be x plus b, so that we can take x plus b as common, right? So that we can express it in this form. Because we know that x plus b is a factor, right?
Yes, yes.
So
How
this,
did you take common
yeah,
x plus 1 by 4?
that is thing. So in order to take x plus b as common, x plus b should be equals to x plus 1 by 4. That means b should be equals to 1 by 4. Fine?
Yes, ma'am. I think other one is better for me.
Yeah. So this is actually exact thing. This is the exact method, and this is something intuitional. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any doubt up to now?
No.
Ma'am, I have doubts
in the
in
second,
different activity.
What?
ma'am, in the second method, how did we get x is equal to minus b?
X plus b equal to
No,
0
no,
we
no, no.
put factor.
Yeah. So x plus b is a factor, right? That means x equals to minus b will be a root of the equation, right?
So we are putting the root inside the equation and solving it.
Yeah. So if we have the root, that means the root will satisfy the equation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
We have factor x plus b.
So basically,
x plus b equal to 0.
fx we can express at x plus b into some gx, right? That means minus b is a root of the equation fx, right? Root of fx.
Yes, ma'am.
That means f of minus b should be equals to 0, right? Now if you just do this, so we will get this line, and from this we can calculate the value of b. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am, got it.
Okay. Okay. Then we know about polynomials, right?
Ma'am, I have sent you a question from polynomial.
Where? This one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What is the problem?
Actually, ma'am, when it is negative coefficient of the leading term, the whole graph is inverted, I mean, and why it is so?
Can you repeat your doubt?
When the leading term, then the highest term is negative. That means that when you put x tending to infinity, then it will tend towards minus infinity.
Yes.
Minus infinity if it x raised to power n is the odd term.
Yes. Right.
So the graph must be inverted.
Yeah.
That with the mouth, that would be towards downward side.
Yeah.
If that's the point, matlab, that is he is asking.
Okay.
That was the question.
So is it clear to you now?
No, ma'am. Actually, what I have drawn, it was exactly inverted. I mean, from how should it be drawn, but why it is inverted?
Could you please draw graph, ma'am, for this?
Yeah, it will be even easier.
So which one? Just which option?
The one which I couldn't put correct. I mean the.
Okay, let us start with the first one. Okay. So we can check the end behavior of the first thing, right? When x is going to infinity, the equation is going to what? Tell me.
So it should be minus infinity.
Yeah. And when x is going to minus infinity, then?
It should be positive. I mean plus infinity.
What is the highest power? So here we will get positive infinity, then negative, then positive, positive, negative, positive. So positive, negative, positive, positive, negative.
Second one is positive one.
So we will get negative infinity, I guess. Right?
Why? Actually 2, 3,
What
5,
is the
7,
what is the highest degree term?
highest
Okay,
degree
here we
is
have
10.
here we have minus x, so we will get a positive infinity, right? Okay.
Ma'am, actually it's even degree. The highest leading term has even degree.
What is
so
the
it
leading
should
term?
be,
That is what I wanted to know. What is the leading term?
minus 1 upon 10,000 x raised to the power 10.
No, it will be plus 1. Here you see it is 5 minus x, right? So this minus will be cancelled out.
Which minus, ma'am?
This 5 minus x
Will be cancelled by which? By
this minus.
x
So
by
leading term, I guess this will be into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So x power 10.
why? Where is the negative sign?
When x tends to infinity, the function also tends to positive infinity only.
Yeah. So this will be positive infinity. Okay. Is it fine now?
I'm not able to understand it actually. Why it's why you have put it
here you have to calculate the highest degree, right? So from here
it's
we
10.
will get the highest degree x square, right? From here we will get x square. Then we have x. Yes.
Here is 5 minus x now. So you can write minus of x minus 5.
Yeah, that is why you are
minus of
taking.
x
And this
minus 5, so
minus will be
minus of
cancelled
minus,
out.
it would be positive.
Yeah,
So,
this minus will be cancelled out with this minus, and this will be positive in a result. Okay. Are you getting my point?
Excuse me, मैम.
Yeah.
मैम ये जो लास्ट ऑप्शन है इसमें 5 माइनस एक्स का होल स्क्वायर आ रहा है. अगर ये भी अगर फर्स्ट वाले ऑप्शन की तरह है तो इसको माइनस में कैसे करेंगे फिर?
5 minus x whole square or x minus 5 whole square, that would be same.
Yeah,
that
this is
square
same,
term,
right? This is same as x minus 5 whole square. This is a square term. But here we don't have the square, right? So we can take the minus as common. This minus will be cancelled out, balanced out with this minus. Okay. So if you calculate the highest degree term, from here we will get the highest degree term x square, right? From here the highest degree term is x. From here we will get x square. From here we will get x square. From here we will get minus x. From here we will get x square, right?
Yes.
Now if you multiply all this thing, what we will get? Minus x to the power 10, right? Right?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please elaborate a little about 5 minus x, why it is power as minus x?
Coefficient of x is -1, na?
Negative 1,
Right?
yes.
We are taking the highest degree term with the coefficient. So what is the coefficient here? -1, right?
Yes, -1.
Yeah, that is why we are
So
taking
this
negative
negative
of
1 will
x.
be multiplied with that, it will become positive. Okay.
No, we are taking this term first. Then after multiplying this, all this, we will get minus x power 10, right?
Yes.
Then we have this. So
Yeah.
here we have minus, here we have minus. So this two minus will be cancelled out. So we will get x power 10 by 10,000, right?
Yes.
This is the highest degree term for this first. That means the x, when x is tending to infinity, the function will be tending to infinity. And even when x is tending to minus infinity, the function will be tending to infinity, right?
Actually, the leading term coefficient was the main issue here. I couldn't notice
Yeah.
in about 5 minus x.
Yeah, that is why
Similarly,
what you have to do.
yeah,
Like you just
similarly,
try
x
to
is in
calculate
coefficient.
the leading term with its coefficient. Okay.
Actually, it will be changed because of 5 minus x.
Yeah,
That's it.
obviously. Yeah. This is something tricky here. You have to notice always the coefficient of the highest degree term. That is what you have to do, right? Then we can draw the graph. So both the end are tending towards infinity. That means they will be in the upward direction, right?
Yes.
Then we have the roots. So first negative roots is -4, right? -4 with 2, right? This. Then we have -3.
-3.
With again 2. That means this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Then -1.
Then we have -1. -1
Bounce
with
of
again
angle.
2. That means
Yes.
this, right? Then we have 2. We have
Plus
5.
2.
We have 6. So 2 with 1.
Yeah, so it will cut the x-axis.
Right? This. Then we have 5.
5. Again, it will cut the x-axis.
Right? Then we have 6.
6. It
It
will
will
be
bounce up.
tangent. Yeah.
Like
yes,
that.
I had drawn the same graph, but it was inverted only.
Because you made a mistake here, right?
Yeah. So similar, it will be even applied in option 4.
All the option, yes. But for option 4, yeah,
it's
for
3 minus
option
x, no?
4, we have 3 minus x. Yeah. Okay. Now,
But
is it
why
clear?
5 minus x will not be applied? Because it will be positive. Because it's square, so it will become positive, right?
Yeah. So because we have square there, so 5 minus x square and x minus 5 square, they are basically same, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain this graph, what you drawn, -4, -3? How did you get that?
Opposite increases between the intervals. It never decreases, no, on all the 3 intervals. It only increases.
-4
and
to
3.
-3.
-4 and 3, it increases. And
No,
between
see. What is the
-1 also
question?
increasing.
It first increases, then decreases. So -4 to -3, it first increases, then it decreases, right?
Yes.
When it touches -3, it decreases. Okay.
Yeah. Again, -1 to 2, it is increasing, then again decreasing. 5 to 6 also, it is first increasing, then it is decreasing, right?
Okay.
Actually, ma'am, I have solved the first equation using Desmos, but I haven't. You have actually promised to solve it after the graded
Yeah, I just solved
assignment
it,
over.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can draw
Ma'am.
all the graph. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I'm able to get that -4, -3, -1, 2, everything is taken from the intervals in the question.
Yeah.
But I'm not able to understand how this graph is getting drawn based on those intervals. Can you just focus on
Okay.
that?
Yeah, sure. So we have roots. So first let us note the roots. So what are the roots? -4
Yeah.
with multiplicity 2, right?
-4.
Right?
Yeah.
With multiplicity 2. That means we will get a U shape here, right?
Correct.
Then we have
Even
-3.
multiplicity.
Yeah. With multiplicity 2. It is again even. That means we will get again a U shape here. We will join them. Okay?
Okay.
Then we have
-3
with 2.
Okay.
Then we have -1 with 2. Right?
Okay.
So again we will get a U shape here, right?
-1. I'm not able to understand this. -4 with.
It's just simple, sir. Actually, if it is even degree, the graph will bounce
So
off.
the
If
basic
odd
thing
degree,
is,
it will cross.
yeah. Okay, let me do it in a note. So if you have the, like, first we calculate the roots, okay? So if the multiplicity of root even, then we will get this type of picture.
Yes.
At the x-axis, or this type of picture, right?
Correct. Correct.
If it is odd, greater than 1, then we will get this type of picture or this type of picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it is equals to 1, then it will simply cut the axis like
Correct.
that. Right? So can anyone tell me what was the equation? -1/10,000. Then x plus 1 square, x plus 3 square, x plus 4 square.
5 minus x. X minus 6 square.
5 minus x. X minus 6 square. X minus 2, right?
Not 2, x minus 2. There is none.
X minus 2, right?
There is no x minus. Ma'am, it was after x minus 2. Okay, let me repeat it again.
I took
Minus
it
1
later
by 20.
actually. Yeah.
So that's minus 1 by 10,000 times x plus 1 the whole square times x minus 2 times x plus 3 the whole square times x plus 4 the whole square times 5 minus x times x minus 6 the whole square.
Yeah. So this is the equation, right?
Okay.
Now we know the end behavior. When x is tending to infinity, our f is tending to infinity, right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. And when x is tending to minus infinity, f is tending to infinity, right?
Because the the multiplicity is even.
Yeah. So like the highest degree term with coefficient is x power 10 by 10,000, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. So it is clear, right? Then we will note the roots with multiplicity. Okay. So what is the most negative root? We have -4 with multiplicity 2, right?
Yeah, this part is what I'm confused, ma'am, actually.
Okay. So you have to, yeah. Okay, I'm
here is
explaining it.
x. Here, sir,
So
I
you
tell you, here is x plus 4 raised to square now. So this is the repeated roots. Okay, square is coming here. So that says multiplicity is 2. Suppose here the example x plus 4 raised to power 3. So multiplicity here is 3.
Okay, maximum.
And suppose if you write x minus
Basically,
2 raised to power 6, the multiplicity here will be 6.
The maximum number will be 6. Okay.
Did you get my point here? The ma'am wrote here the x plus 4 raised to square. So x 4 minus root 4 root is -4, but multiplicity here is 2.
Okay.
So it would be the square. It is like it would be the quadratic equation. You can say like this.
The degree of that term is the multiplicity of that root.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Yes.
okay, got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Or I need to repeat?
Yeah, no, that's clear.
Okay. So just brief. Multiplicity means the number of repetitions, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we are taking a root, so we will consider that factor and we'll consider the exponent of that factor. Okay. What the exponent is the multiplicity of that root. Okay.
Okay.
So for x plus 3, that means second root is -3, right? And the factor is x plus 3, right? So
Right.
what will be the multiplicity of minus 3?
1 na? Here is 1
So
na?
2.
Square here is
2 right,
1.
ma'am. 2 right.
But
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Minus 3 also 2. And
Then-
this minus 4 and minus 3 are coming from the interval which has been given.
Yes.
Okay.
So root you will get from here and multiplicity you will get from here.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay. Then what is the next root? Minus 1.
1. Minus 1.
Minus 1 with multiplicity?
Multiplicity minus 1 is 2.
Yeah. Then 5 here, right?
Then 2, ma'am. 2.
Yeah, we will go one by one. No issue. So, okay, 2. Let us take 2. No problem. 2 with multiplicity?
1.
Yeah. Then 5 with multiplicity?
1.
Okay. Then 6 with multiplicity?
2.
Correct. Now we can draw the picture, right? So first roots minus 4, minus 3, minus 1, 2, 5, 6. These are the roots, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now both the ends are going toward upward direction. That means like this, right?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So minus 4 is with 2. That means we will get a U shape, right?
Yes.
We will connect them. Then again minus 3 with 2. That means again we will get a U shape, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Minus 1 with 2. Then again we will get a U shape. So we will just
Yes.
connect them. So we will get this figure.
Yeah.
2 with 1, that means it will cross, right?
Yes.
That
Yes,
means
ma'am.
if I connect them, then we will get this figure.
Yeah.
5 with 1 day means it will again cross,
Cross.
right? Then 6
Yes,
with
ma'am.
2 means a U shape,
U shape.
right? Then we will connect them.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just
Now, in this
How?
interval, minus 4 to minus 3, it is first increasing, then it is decreasing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is first increasing after this line, then after this line it is decreasing. Similarly, from minus 1 to 2, it is first increasing, then it is decreasing.
decreasing.
From 5 to 6, it is increasing, then it is decreasing, right?
Just
Okay.
one thing.
Yeah.
How did you determine the graph is going upward, both the sides?
Because
Can
of the
start
end behavior.
and B.
Both the end are going towards infinity, right? And we know y-axis is going toward infinity means it's going towards the positive side, right?
And
That
between,
is upward side.
for example, between points minus 4 and 3, why it goes upward? It can come like in the downward below the x-axis, like we can join like that also.
How?
Between
So we have,
for example,
we
minus
have
4
the
and
line like that. Then how can we go to below, then join the line?
no, that minus 4 can come below, no, this one.
Minus 4. How it will go below? If you draw something below, then
yeah,
the end will go to minus infinity.
in the next point, it may go up, no? Minus 4, after minus, if there is on minus 6, this graph may go up.
Ma'am, I tell you, x plus 4 square term is there, na?
Yes.
When the exponent is even term, then the graph always touches the x-axis.
Yeah, that
Always.
one I understand. I understand, but I asked, how do we conclude that it goes up above the x-axis? It can touch
Because
the
of the end
x-axis
behavior. Because of the end behavior. So you have to connect it, right? Connect it with the end. So the end is going towards the upward direction. If you draw,
Ma'am, it's
you
even.
can see, you can draw it in like that also, but in that case, the end will go in the downward direction, right? You can't draw something like that. Then this at minus. You can't do that.
Okay.
In that case, it will cut the x-axis at that point, but this is not a root, right?
Okay.
without cutting the x-axis at an extra point, you can't do this, right?
Okay. Okay, I got it now.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question. So suppose like I have one line, could you please draw graph for that? Suppose polynomial function of second degree or higher have graphs that do not have sharp corners. So how we draw this, like which do not have sharp corners, like this sentence?
Sharp corners means like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And polynomials do not have sharp corner means it will go like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah. So
like U, the corner will be like U, not like V.
Oh, okay. So if it's a sharp corner, then
it will not be differentiable at that point. And polynomials are differentiable everywhere.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, one question. In slightly, if you go up, you are making a table called roots and multiplicity. Now, if you look at the question, nowhere in the question it is mentioned that those are the roots. They are only asking for the intervals. So my question to you is, how did we translate from that question that we consider these are the roots? If you go to the question,
these are the factors, right?
But it is not given as factors, ma'am. It is only saying in the question, these are the intervals.
No. This is given in the question, no?
Which among the following functions first increases? And
so this is the factor. This is the function, right?
Correct.
So
but
these
the roots,
these are called factors. These are called factors in a function.
Oh, x minus 1 plus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus.
Suppose this is our equation f, okay? And we want to calculate the root. That means we will equate it with
x plus
0.
1. Yeah, x plus 1 equal to 0 means x is equal to minus 1. That will be the root.
That means this will be equals to 0, right? The whole expression. Right. So if it is equals to 0, that means each factor, at least one of the factor will be 0.
Correct.
That means all this factor we will equate it like either x minus 6 square equals to 0 or x minus 5 minus x is 0, like that. Okay. That means if I express the equation in this form, so these are called factors in the polynomial equation. Okay.
So where I got confused is the factors of this equation are same as the intervals in the question. So that's where I got confused.
No. Here they asked you about the interval. Don't be confused with it. The interval can be anything randomly. Okay. But particularly they asked about this interval because the movement. Okay.
Yeah, right. Understood.
This can be anything else. No issue in it.
Right.
Okay. So basically, if I have a polynomial function, we know that a polynomial function generally we can express it as a naught plus a1x plus ... up to some a n x power n, right? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if alpha 1, alpha 2, ... alpha r, suppose these are the roots of the polynomial function, that means we can express the polynomial function in this form: x minus alpha 2 ... x minus alpha r, like multiplication of this, and there will be some repetition. That means suppose alpha 1 is root 2 times. Okay, it is possible, right? We know that it is possible, right? Alpha 2 can be root 3 times, right? So if alpha 1 is root 2 times, that means the exponent will be 2 here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If alpha 1 is root 3 times, then the exponent will be 3 here. So like that, if I have any polynomial, we can factorize it, and the exponent of each factor basically represent the repetition of the root, and we call it as multiplicity of the root. Okay, and these are the roots. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So the exercise what we have done, we have to repeat for all the 4 equations in the question. Is that right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let us do it with the 4th one also. Okay. So one of you just tell me the equation. Let me write the equation here. Then again we will draw the graph for this equation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just tell me the equation. P of
X minus 1 by 10,000. X plus 1 the whole square. X minus 2.
X minus 2.
X plus 3 the whole square. X plus 4 the whole square.
X plus 4 whole square.
5 minus x the whole square.
X minus 5 whole square.
Not x, it's 5 minus x the whole square.
Okay, 5 minus x whole square.
X minus 6 the whole square.
X minus 6 the whole square.
3 minus x.
3 minus x. Okay.
Should I repeat, ma'am?
It is fine, right? Okay. So first we will calculate. What is? Are you saying something?
ఇది వద్దనేసాడా
Please mute yourself.
ఎందుకు తినకూడదంట నీకు పవర్ అంటే పట్టు కదా
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the equation, right?
Asking, ma'am,
The
why
fourth
did
option.
you muted me?
This. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah. So what is the end behavior when x is tending to infinity? Then first just tell me what is the highest degree term with coefficient?
Two.
It's 12.
With
12,
coefficient. With coefficient.
Minus.
It's 12. Which
X
minus
power 12.
Yeah, x minus 12 minus x minus 12 into minus 1 by 10,000. So minus cancels out. So you're having positive sign with power to 12. Yeah.
This?
It's negative infinity.
Okay, let us check. We will get x square from here, then x from here, x square from here, x square from here, x square from here, x square from here, and minus x from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, negative infinity, then positive. That means this is the final term, right?
Yes.
So when x is tending to infinity, px will be tending to
Infinity.
Infinity and negative also infinity.
So the end behavior we now have. So now roots with multiplicity. What are the roots?
Minus 1, 2.
With 2. Yeah.
Minus 3, minus 4.
2 with 1.
2 with 1. Minus 3 with 2.
Minus
4 with 2. Minus 5 with 2.
It's 5 with 2.
Right. We have minus x plus 5 here. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
6 with
2.
Then
3 with 1.
Okay. Okay. So we can draw the graph. Both the ends are towards infinity. That means upward direction. Now the roots. Minus 4.
And the coefficient of x was minus right there. Minus x plus 5.
What?
Here minus x plus 5, the coefficient is minus, ma'am.
Yes, that's why the root is 5.
It can be written as x minus 5.
Yeah, it can be written as x minus 5 whole square, right?
So you took x square like positive coefficient.
Yes.
So minus 1 square will be positive 1, right?
Okay.
Minus 1 minus x square you have to take. So it will be x square, right?
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So then minus 1. Then what is the next root? 2, right? Then 3. Then 5. Then 6. So minus 4 is with 2, right? That means u. Again minus 3 with 2. That means u. then minus 1 with 2, u, then 2 with 1, that means we'll cut like that, right? 3 with 1, that means we'll cut like that. 5 with 2, that means u, and 6 with 2, that means u. Then we will join them, so we will get basically this figure, right? Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Now, yeah. Now can you verify the options? Minus 4 to minus 3. In this interval, it is first increasing, then decreasing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 1 to 2, same. First increasing, then decreasing. 5 to 6, first increasing, then decreasing. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Any doubt?
No, it's clear.
Clear to all of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. So how many turning points are there in this equation? Turning point means at that point the graph will turn back.
11.
Okay. So let us count it. So this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So number of turning points is 11, right? What is the number of turning points in this graph?
9.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So the number of turning points we can count, right? So yeah, it is easy to you. Now I'm giving, yeah.
The power minus 1, right? The turning points are total equation.
Maximum number of turning points.
Maximum number minus 1.
So the maximum number of turning points is maximum power minus 1, but the exact number of turning points you have to check from the graph.
Okay. So it is not exactly what has been calculated.
No. Okay. So the maximum number of turning points you can calculate after seeing the degree of the polynomial.
Okay. But actual one, we have to do the graph and count the number.
Yes, yes, right.
So in the question, they can ask what is the maximum and what would be the actual one.
Yeah. So if they are asking about maximum, then the maximum number of turning points will be the
degree
highest
minus
degree
1.
minus 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And if they are asking about the exact number of turning point, then or the number of turning point in the graph.
Okay.
In that case, you have to draw the graph. Then you can see the number of turning points.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Now I'm giving you one graph and you have to tell me the equation of the graph. Okay. Okay. This is the graph. You have to tell me the equation of the graph. I'm giving you some time to calculate it and tell me. After that, let me know.
X plus 3 the whole cube.
Okay.
X minus 1. X minus 3. X minus 5 the whole cube.
What is the coefficient here? 1.
-1.
Okay, it is not correct. It is not correct. You have to check it once. You missed some root hint. You missed a root.
0, 0 position.
Is it X?
Yeah.
X is equal to 0 position.
Yeah. 0, 0 root you missed.
Excuse me मैम.
Yeah.
मैम एक क्वेश्चन था जिसमें कोलिनिटी चेक करना था. 3 पॉइंट्स गिवन थे और 3 पॉइंट्स गिवन थे, है ना? So we have to, मतलब there are 3 points given in this question or another 3 points are given, or that one point was common between them, m comma n. So we have to check the collinearity of these 3 points. What would be the value of m minus n? मैंने किया वो question. So after solving by the slope method, I got m equal to n from the first relation. And by the another, I got m equal to minus n. M equal to minus n. So what would you say? What would be the value of m minus n?
You just put them, then maybe you will get 0, 0.
Obviously, there would be no solution for it now, ma'am.
0, 0.
0, 0.
Yeah.
M equal to n and m equal to minus n with another. So
if you add them, you will get 2m equals to 0. Then m equals to 0, and then n equals to 0. So 0, 0 is a solution.
0, 0 will satisfy for them, है ना?
Yeah.
Okay, मैं बस just equation था, पता नहीं कहाँ पे था. ठीक है, okay, है ना? बस 0, 0 that will be the point.
So you had two equation, right? M equals to n and m equals to minus n, right?
Yes, yes.
So you can add them, then we will get 2m equals 0, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Then you will get m equals 0. If you put the value of m here, you will get n equals to 0. So this 0, 0 will be solution of this two equation.
Okay.
सर वो mock test में था.
There was a mock test, no?
Yes,
mock
sir.
test. Yes. I got
Okay.
it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Doubt solved? Okay. Let me know the equation of this graph.
Yeah, ma'am, in this equation, multiply by x square.
The coefficient is positive, not negative.
Yeah. Why did you put -1, ma'am?
No,
No, it is positive.
someone
Yeah,
said
I have
about
only
this.
told. Yeah, it is
But
positive.
but this is, if the coefficient also positive, this is not the correct one. I am telling you to compute the correct one. You missed one root here. X equals to 0.
Ma'am, in graph also,
X
like you
square.
didn't mention one root, like at left hand side in negative, like there is like graph is cutting x-axis, but there is no point.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you have to mention it. I forgot to mention it. This point is -4. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So equation would be x minus 3 cube, x square, x minus 1, x minus 3, x minus 5 cube, x plus
okay,
4.
one by one.
X minus 3 cube.
X plus 3 cube. It will be x plus 3. Because the root is -3.
Yes, yeah, x plus 3 cube.
Right.
Yeah,
but
x plus
here
3
we
cube,
have the root -4, right? We have to consider
x plus 4. Yeah, x plus 4. Yeah, and then x square.
Then
x minus 1.
Then x minus 1.
X minus 3.
X minus 3. And x minus 5 cube.
Whole cube.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, x minus 5 and x plus 3 can have any odd degree, no? It is not a...
We will take the list one. Always we will consider the list one for simplicity. Okay?
Coefficient will be negative, right?
That is what we have to check from the end behavior. Now, if I just check the end behavior, so what is the end behavior of this from the equation? From the graph, if x is tending to infinity, then what is the behavior of the polynomial from the graph?
It's increasing.
That means infinity, right? And
Yes,
x is tending to minus infinity, then
polynomial graph is minus infinity.
Minus infinity.
Yeah, copy sign should be -1.
Yeah.
No,
So
plus
this
1
is
to
Then it will be positive.
wait. This is from the graph. This is end behavior from the graph. Now we have to check the end behavior of the equation. Okay. So what is if x tending to infinity, then
Graph is towards infinity.
if x is tending to minus infinity,
then graph is
is
minus
minus
infinity.
infinity.
so from here we will get a negative infinity, then a negative infinity, then a positive infinity, then a negative infinity, negative infinity, negative infinity. So this will be positive, this will be positive, and this is negative. So all over we will get a negative infinity, right?
Oh yeah.
That means this equation is satisfying this end behavior, right? The end behavior is same for both the graph and equation. That means this equation is the correct one. Okay? Okay?
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Any doubt?
Ma'am, can you tell me x plus 3 is having 3 as a degree and x minus 5 is also having 3 as a degree but not 1?
Okay, so 1 means it will cut the graph, cut the x-axis at that point. But here we have a tilt type of thing, right? So
Yes,
tilt
yes.
type of thing we get when the degree is odd and greater than 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Ma'am, but I think copy sign should be negative
Why?
because it is going from minus infinity to infinity, positive infinity.
So?
So if we take minus infinity, then it will come minus infinity.
Yeah. When x
So
is
what
tending to minus infinity, from the equation also we are getting, the equation is tending towards minus infinity, right? Right?
after 5 it is going means after 5 it is going positive infinity, ma'am. Graph.
Yeah, that is no problem. Na? When x is tending to negative infinity, the graph is going to negative infinity, right? The graph, I'm saying about the picture. The graph is going to the downward direction. That means negative infinity, right? Right? See the graph here. The end of the graph is going towards negative infinity. Na? When x is tending to infinity, the graph will go to the negative infinity, right?
And right side it is going positive infinity.
Yeah, that means when x is going towards infinity, the graph is going towards infinity. So this is the end behavior from the graph. Now you have to verify it from the equation. From the equation also we can verify it, right? So when x is going to infinity, we can check it from the equation. The equation is also going to infinity. And if x is going to minus infinity, the equation is also going to minus infinity, right?
Okay, ma'am, clear. Thank you.
Clear? So the coefficient we have to take such that because the equation and graph, they are basically same, right? So they should satisfy the end behavior. That means the end behavior should be same for the pictorially or the equation wise, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
one question, ma'am. When you are drawing this, when you are identifying the powers or exponential numbers, we have to always look at the from left to right. You have to find first root and then see the behavior of the curve against
Yeah.
that root. Right? That's my
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
That's why when x plus 4, we are seeing that at that x plus 4, the first root, it's a straight line. Whereas x plus 3, when you look at it, it is taking a cube curve.
Tilde type thing.
So it's always the same. Always look at the point and see what is the behavior
Yeah.
on the left and right of that point. And then that will decide whether it's a root is 2 or 3 or 1, right? That's my understanding.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So what is the maximum degree of the curve? Yeah.
11.
11.
And what is the number of turning point?
10.
Okay. 1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 turning points are there. Okay. So I said there is a huge difference between the maximum number of turning point or the exact number of turning point. The maximum number of turning point is 10, but the exact number of turning point is 6. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, I have question. So suppose like we have functions more than 2 degrees, then I always feel confused like how to resolve them, how to get factors of those functions.
Okay. So it is sometime it is actually complicated. Sometime you have to balance the function such a way so that you can take a factor as common. Like it is up to practice. Okay, you have to take random equations and you have to try on practicing so that you can take some factor as common. Sometimes it is actually difficult, but sometimes if you spend some time, you can take a factor as common.
We don't have any tricks or any methods.
We have methods, but they are huge methods. That means long procedure. But the methods are not in your syllabus, so I'm not giving you these methods right now.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds
at least
good.
one day before the exam, I don't want you to be confused. So I'm not giving you the
Makes
methods
sense.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ma'am, I have shared one question. Can you please help?
Sure. And the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me check.
It is from mock test.
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me read it first. Okay. Yeah, and his phone is in the transmission range. Could be issue. Okay, so we have the question basically, a Wi-Fi router is kept at the position 0, 0, and its maximum transmission range is 10 meter. Okay, so if I draw the coordinate system, here we have the router and maximum is 10. That means we can go 10 in any direction up to 10 length. So this is the, suppose this is 10 length in all the direction. So this is the range. If Rowan is walking along the straight line L and his phone is in the transmission range, okay, of the Wi-Fi router for a brief duration, okay, then L could be, okay. That means the distance, so the line, I don't know what is the line. This can be a line like that. This can be a line like that. But there is a point over the line, okay, so that suppose the point is A comma B, so that the distance between 0, 0 and A comma B is 10. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
from here, we can find the equation between A comma B, right? Right?
Ma'am, in this case, range is given, so it would be anywhere, no? The point. So that is.
Yeah, it can be anywhere. That is why
But
I'm saying.
why are you taking only on the x-axis and y-axis? It
No,
would
no,
be.
no, 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 no. See. I took this as 10, 10, 10. So this is the range actually. Okay.
So it would be a circle, no, ma'am? Like
Yeah,
you can write.
Yeah,
It
this
would
is
be.
a circle with radius 10. This is a circle with radius 10, the range.
Yes,
A
yes.
comma B is 0 comma 10.
No. This A comma B, don't take it over the line Y. Take it as any arbitrary point on the line L. Okay. A comma B is on L. Okay. And distance from 0, 0 to A comma B is basically 10. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what can we find the relation
Maximum
between?
distance is 10, no, not the correct distance.
No, but in the
Can be
second
closer
line.
to the router.
Wait.
He can be closer to the router. In that case, the distance won't be 10 meters. It will be lesser.
Okay, so his phone is in the transmission range of the Wi-Fi router. Okay, transmission range means the whole circle, right?
What is given? Ma'am, what is given here? Assume x belongs to minus 30, 30. What is the here? What is the point lying on the line? Yeah. What is this? What is it?
X. They have given a range of the variable x.
The line only can be between minus 30 to 30. X can be between minus 30.
So basically we have 4 equations of lines now. In that 3 equations we have the x. So they have just asked that the range of x is from minus 30 to positive 30. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Why that range is like minus 30 to 30? Like it's not helpful, right? Because like maximum router range is 10 minutes. So even in X, if we take it, then it would be minus 10 to plus 10. No more than that.
What?
Why there is X? Yes. X belongs to minus 30 to 30. Like it's clear in graph that it would be minus 10 to 10 maximum. Like it would never be minus 30 to 30 X.
No, I think
X
the
never belongs to
person is moving across the line of in the range of minus 30 to 30, who is traversing the path for a very brief period in the coverage area. I think that seems to be the question.
So there is no relation with this range and x. So we have given the domain of the line basically.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
The domain of the line, it is from like if this is minus 10 and 10, then this is from like, okay, suppose this is minus 30 and 30. So the domain is given only for the line. Okay. So we have the maximum distance from AB to 0 is 10, right? So from here, we can find a relation between this AB. And again, we know that the AB is on the line. So we can take a general equation of the line, y equals to mx plus c maybe. And then AB will satisfy the equation, right?
And we do not have the slope.
Yeah, so what I guess we maybe
I think, ma'am, I got the x in the option, the x minus y equal to 0. That must be the chord of that circle. I think so. The maximum length of the chord, that will be then the one.
But how? What is the method?
How can we solve? So the x minus y minus 5 that equal to 0, that must be satisfied the equation x square plus y square is equal to 10. So you can get the values of x for which it is satisfying. So there would be two roots for x. For there would be two roots. So you can conclude where will be the coordinate of that point. So if the chord length is more, that means the Rohan will be working on that line or for a brief time. You can say like that. I think so, ma'am. I don't know. I'm right on whether I'm right or not.
I got here. Can you repeat? What did you say? Just x minus 5, x minus y minus 5. Why?
Equal to 0. Yes or no? Yeah. Or other equation is x square plus y square is equal to 10.
Yeah, the
R square that means 10 square. That
yeah,
is
yeah.
So you can put the value of y here. Now in another circle equation, you will get the values of x. So there will be the quadratic equation. You will get the two roots where line or circle is cutting. If they are cutting, so that means the Rohan is in the range. If they are not cutting, you are getting the roots, real roots and distinct roots. That means the line is cutting. Otherwise, it is not cutting. So you will not see the option. हम option देखेंगे नहीं. यदि it is cutting, यदि cut कर रहा है, or you are getting the real distinct root. So I think that would the code of that circle. So Rohan, I think, ma'am, ऐसा मैं कह रहा हूँ. Actually, I think, ma'am, मेरा सोचना है ये. I don't know.
I'm not getting your point actually.
Actually, ma'am, I tell you, मैंने सर्किल का इक्वेशन लिया और ये ऑप्शंस में जो स्ट्रेट लाइन का इक्वेशन लिया वो लिया.
Can you speak in English? There are someone who don't know Hindi maybe. So let us continue in English.
So can you please on your camera, back camera, and show the solution?
I don't have the solution, ma'am, but I tell you what I'm showing here.
Process is
Or
telling.
if you take the four option, suppose if you take the fourth option, y equal to 9. So definitely y equal to 9 will cut the circle x square plus y square equal to 100.
Yes.
So you can get the length of the chord. The length of the chord is if you are getting short, or you are by the checking the option you can get the length. You would say greater and greater. So that line, for that line, the Rohan will get the brief duration. I think so. Did you get my point, ma'am?
Okay. I got your point. Yes, I got your point. Okay. So what I got actually, if the circle is from -10 to 10, this circle is our range, right? And if I draw y equals to 9 line, that means this line will be like that.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the line L4, suppose. This is L4.
Yes.
This is L3, L2, and L1. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If I draw L3, it will simply cross the circle, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we can discard L3 because Rohan is following the path L. Like Rohan is moving towards the line L, and he is inside the transmission range. But the line L3 is outside the range.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So we can
L3, how do you say L3 goes out of the range? Because of the 15 is greater than 10.
X minus y equals to 15 now. So if if you check it, so this will cut plus or minus 15, not this, but it will intersect, the x and y intersect will be 15. That means it will be outside the range.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get that point, ma'am. Can you repeat? X minus y is equal to 15. That part is clear, but
let me draw it properly first.
We have to draw totally 5 curves. One will be circle, another 4 will be for the given equations.
Let me draw it first. Okay, then I am explaining it.
Ma'am, you can also check by another way. I tell you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
You can draw the perpendicular from the 0, 0. on this line, you can calculate the perpendicular distance from origin for all the options. If you are getting this would be greater than 15, so that line will not cut. Can we say like that?
Please
Greater than
hold
15,
for
greater
1
than
minute.
10.
Greater than 10. If the line that would be tangent on the circle, definitely the origin that is the origin or the tangent point, that would definitely would be the normal. So we are getting the
Yeah,
perpendicular.
actually we need basically see Rohan is moving towards the line and he is still inside the range. That means the whole line in this interval, the whole line should be inside the range. What I'm getting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if this is the range, this is our 10 and minus 10. So if I draw this line first, so this is basically x by 15 and plus y by minus 15 equals to 1, right?
Yes.
Y by minus 15 means this point and x by 15 means this point. So this line will be this, right?
But ma'am, it may cut on the circle. It may be the secant of that circle. You don't know, na? So suppose if it would be tangent. Suppose if this line is tangent on the circle, the distance from the
Then
origin
also,
that must be equal
we
to 10.
can discard it.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
If it is the tangent of the circle, then also we can discard it, right? Then also it is outside the range.
But ma'am, you have to check now whether it is tangent or not. It might be secant now for that circle.
Yeah, that is why we are drawing the picture. Now, after seeing the picture, we can say it.
Yeah,
By
this
the
is perfect, Dr. Smith.
by the outside point, by the x-axis or y-axis, you can't decide, ma'am.
What?
There are by the 2 points you can't decide at this line that would be out of the circle.
We can see it clearly from the picture, na? If you extend the line,
Wi-Fi router at 0.00, it is in origin.
Yeah.
So it
the
can be
router
seen.
is here and this is the range, right? This circle is the range. Now we draw the line, this line. So clearly it is outside the circle, right? It is clear from the picture, na?
Ma'am, you are getting 15 by 15 0, when you put the 0,0, you get the 15 by root 2. You are getting the 15 by root 2 is the perpendicular distance. That means that must be less than 10. Then
Sir,
it will
why
cut.
root 2, sir? Why root 2 is coming here?
But
Y equal to 15, y equal to
there
minus x.
you have to calculate the perpendicular distance from the origin. Na? That's why you put the origin here. What is the formula for
Okay.
here?
Oh,
Sir,
wait.
sir.
If
Sir,
you
wait,
just
wait.
calculate the perpendicular distance, it will clearly exceed 10, right?
15 by root 2. You are getting 15 by root 2, or 15 by root 2 might be less than 10 or greater.
No, then you are getting something wrong, maybe.
Okay, ma'am.
Except option 3, all will be in the range, right?
Yeah. Also, if I draw this, then we will get similarly. Like this is our plus 10, this is our minus y minus 10. So this, right? This line, this is our L2 and this is our L2. So also, because our range is minus 30 to 30.
Ma'am, just a bit, ma'am. You took this line x minus y equal to 10 now.
Yeah.
Suppose if I take x minus y equal to 11. Just I take x minus y equal to 11. What would you say about it? Then what would you say?
This?
That will
X
not
minus y equal to 10. 11. X minus y equal to 11. Then what would you predict? That line will cut the circle or not?
Yeah, that line will cut the circle.
Cut.
Yeah.
Definitely it will cut the circuit.
Yes.
How did you decide, ma'am?
We can see it from the picture. Also you can check the intersection.
Ma'am, if you draw the parallel lines, suppose if you draw the parallel lines, x minus y equal to 10 or x minus y equal to n. So all the lines that would be the parallel. ठीक है नहीं, तो it may
So
cut the
if you
circle.
draw, see, if you draw the parallel line, either it will be a tangent or it will not cut our circle, or it will cut the circle at two different points, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Our circle equation of the circle is x square plus y square equals to 10 square. So we can take the intersection of these two lines, right? This line and this. So can we find any point of intersection?
So you can get x minus y equal to 11. You can get the 2 points.
Yeah. If I take x minus y equals to 15, then can I? Is there any point of intersection?
Might be or may not. Might be or
I
might
am
not
asking
be.
you to check it. You just check it. I am asking you to check it.
I think it will not cut because perpendicular distance is greater than 10.
So, okay.
Perpendicular distance is greater than 10, ma'am, here.
Okay. So it will not cut. That means it will not cut, right? Because the distance is greater than 10, right?
Perpendicular distance is greater than 10. Yes.
Yeah. That means it will not cut, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can discard it because of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if I take this line, then the perpendicular distance is less than 10, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it will cut.
Definitely it is cutting the circle there.
Okay. And again, if I take this, so we will get this equation.
Again, it is cutting this. Yes, ma'am. This is the line. Okay. Yes. X minus
L1. So this is our L1. So again, it is cutting at two different places, right?
Yes, ma'am. Now you have to check the coordinate of that point.
Yeah.
Coordinate.
So
If
this is, what is the coordinate of this point?
you can also directly, ma'am, calculate the perpendicular.
Yeah,
if you
just
can,
calculate it. But
you can also calculate the directly, ma'am. How can you calculate? I tell you, ma'am. Simply, you put the origin. You have to calculate the perpendicular distance from the origin. First of all, from L1. From L1, draw the perpendicular distance from origin. What will you get? 5 by root 2. Yes,
this is the perpendicular distance from origin, right?
5 by root 2. Now use the radius. Now you use the radius is 10. You can apply the Pythagoras here. 10 square minus 5 root 2. You will get the half of the
See. This we have 5 by root 2. This we know as 10.
Yes, so, you will get the 5 by root 2. That is the perpendicular distance. Yes, no?
Yes.
Now you know the radius. Radius is 10.
Yes.
You can apply the Pythagoras here.
Okay. Then
you will get the half of the
where are you using the Pythagoras theorem?
Because I want to get the length of the line segment.
Which triangle you are applying the Pythagoras theorem?
Ma'am, you have drawn the line L1 here now. You have drawn the perpendicular. You can draw the point where the intersecting at the center. That would be the radius.
So what is your triangle? Just clarify it first. What is the triangle you are taking?
Ma'am, take the point of intersection point of L1 and circle. What would be the point here?
This one. This one.
For L1. Let me for L1. X minus y equal to 5 now. X minus y. So for L1, where will the intersecting point?
We can directly calculate the point of intersection from these two equation, right?
Ma'am, you can directly calculate by ma'am, मैं जो बता रहा हूँ, you can within 1 minute you can get the answer here. Within 1 minute.
Okay, I'm trying to getting your point, but I'm not. Just repeat once. Which triangle you are taking?
L1 is intersecting the circle now, ma'am.
Yes.
So where is the points you can draw? Just locate by the blue color. I tell you, ma'am. Mark that is blue color. Where is intersecting? Just x minus y equal to 5.
These are the 2 points.
These are the 2 points. Join them through the origin. Join them. Join them through. This is the line segment. Yes or no?
Yes.
Join it also the point intersection point through the origin. This would be a
Like-
triangle. देखो,
like
horizon.
that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the triangle. Now another one also. This is the triangle. Now you want to calculate the length of this.
So how do you know this is a right angle triangle?
This
No,
is
you
the
have to
right angle
split it
triangle.
into two. No, you have to split it into two, madam. See, origin, you are drawing on perpendicular. No, that is one point will be there.
Like
So
that?
you have two, yeah, right, two triangles will come right angle triangle.
Okay.
So now you can take this distance now because
This
from
would be
0
perpendicular.
to,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, sir.
This
You are.
distance is 10.
Yeah.
This is 5 by root 2. Perpendicular distance. You know the 5 by root 2.
This is
This
5
is 5
by
by root 2.
root 2.
Now you can
Yes.
get the length. This one.
So
You can get
hypotenuse and
hypotenuse. You can apply the Pythagoras.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can get the length of this line segment.
Yes.
If
half
lines
into 2.
if you are getting the line segment
This
more.
will be 10 square minus 5 by root 2
No.
square over root, right?
Yes. What are you getting, Mary, here?
So this is
25 by 2. 100 minus 25 by 2.
this.
This would be root of 175 by 2. So length of the line segment, that will
Yeah.
be two times
Into
of this.
2 times. Into 2 times will give the total chord length.
So if you are getting the more length of the line segment, that means Rohan will get the brief time in the range.
Yeah.
I am right. I think I might be wrong, ma'am. I think.
Okay, I got your point. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, finally I got your point. So you were trying to calculate this length, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But that is not required. No, I think that is not the
That
question.
is not
required.
Why? That is not required. You are.
See, the thing is, if you draw the line, you can easily observe for which line you are getting the most largest portion inside the circle.
अच्छा, okay. और ma'am, I think like that कि हमको option you have to choose the which one is lying more and more मतलब in the segment.
No, that is not the. I think they are not asking what is the effective length.
Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Wait. One by one.
Otherwise, question will become too lengthy.
That's okay. Now, what is the question? You have to pick the options where it is inside the circle. That's all, no, madam?
Yeah, that's all. Which are the equations?
So the options should be
1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. Yes.
These three are the options, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So
that's
we can
the
go to
thing.
the next question.
You don't need to calculate the length. You just see
Ma'am,
for
a
this
brief
line.
time. That's I thought the brief time. That means the length of the line segment should be more. Yes or no? Yes.
No. The thing is, you need the line which is inside the range, right? So you don't need to calculate the length of the line.
But ma'am, I also got confused because of coordinate is given.
Why that 30 minus 30 and 30 is given, madam? Assume X is element of.
Okay, this is just the domain. Just the domain is given here. Okay. So we can take the domain something smaller than that also. We need actually from minus 10 to 10. That's it. Not more than that. Okay. This is just the domain. Nothing more than that. Don't be confused with it. Okay.
Can you please explain how do you find the answer?
Okay. So the thing is basically we don't need the length of the line inside this. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So basically, if I draw this line, this is clearly outside the circle. Okay. We can check the point of intersection and there will be no point of intersection of the circle and the line. So this line, even if we draw, this is the line and this is outside the circle. But except this line, all the three lines are, there are some portion of all the three lines which is inside the circle.
Okay, within the radius. Yes.
Within the radius. So that means if Rohan moves along any of the line, he can get a region within the range.
Okay.
That's the thing. We have to take the line in such a way. We don't need to be it is not that much like complicated type of thing. We don't need to calculate the length and all, because we need to choose all the line which is intersecting the circle. At least some portion of the line is inside the range. We have to choose that line.
Ma'am, how did you map to that lines?
What?
Like x minus y equal to 5 and all those lines. How did you map those lines on the graph?
Okay, so we know the intercept form, right? So this is like x by 10 minus y by 10. That means x 10, this is one intercept and this is y intercept. So we can then draw the line, right? We know the intercept form, right? X intercept and y intercept. Then just join the x intercept and y intercept. You will find the map of the line.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes.
This is not that much. I mean, you don't make it so difficult. It is just simply you just take the line which is at least some portion of the line inside the circle. Okay.
Okay. Next question, madam.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have shared another question.
Madam, whatever you thought of doing for this session, have you completed, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
I have a doubt this question.
In this one?
Yeah, 8 number question. It's last option. It's told that cardinality of S1 union S2 is 6, but I got 7 cardinality. Can you explain that?
Okay. So what is, first you have to determine what are S1 and S2. So S1 means Fn is even and n is less equals to 10. Okay. And Fn is given by this equation, right? So what will be the S1? What will
1,
be S1?
3.
Yeah.
No,
1, 3, 8.
Ma'am, hello, excuse me. One can't be, na? Fn should be even, na? So one can't be, na? One should be even. Fn is even. That is even Fn. So one.
So you have
Be
to
the,
take n such that
Value of
Fn
F2
is
is
even.
1. Value of F2 is 1.
no.
You
Value
have
to
to
Fn
take,
is
you
even.
have to take Fn such that Fn is even. So F1 is 1. That means 1 we cannot take, but 0 we can take, right?
No, ma'am. Actually, kya hai? We will put the value 0, 1, 2, 3 here. After that,
F
if you are
of 0 is what?
no,
0.
not defined, n is greater than equal to 2 is given here. After putting here, if you are getting the Fn is even, so the n for which Fn is even, that was the set of S1.
F of 0 is defined or not?
Ma'am, it is not defined because n is greater than equal
F
to
of
must
0 is not defined. It is given here, na?
Ma'am,
For 0, see,
N less than 10,
me,
sir.
listen to me. For 0 and 1, the value of f is given. And for n greater equals to 2, we can determine the value of f from this equation. That doesn't mean that f is not defined at the point 0. F is defined at each point from 0 to infinity. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. If it defined at 0, na, f of 0 is equals to 0. We have the value at the point 0. Right? That means f
But
is defined as 0.
What I'm saying here, ma'am.
Yes.
What would be the set of S1? That was the value of n for which you are getting Fn is even.
Yes.
Yes.
So what is f of 0?
That would be the set of S1.
I think firstly, ma'am should explain, then we should discuss. I think it should be better.
Yeah. See, we will take n when Fn is even, right? So 0 is even, right?
Yeah, 0 is even.
So we will take 0 because f of 0 is even.
0 to 10.
Yeah.
0, 1, not
1 we cannot take.
1 we cannot take. So
but what is f of 2? F of 2 is f of 1 plus f of 0, right? That means 1, right? From this equation.
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
f of 2 is odd. That means 2 we cannot take, right? F of 3 is f of 2 plus f of 1, right?
Yeah.
That means 1 plus 1 equals to 2. That means f of 3 is even. So we can take 3 here, right?
No, I think it is not driven. It's only driven by n, ma'am, not by the end result of the function, right?
What?
S1 values of S1
What
or
is the definition of S1? N, we will take n when f of n is even.
right.
So we have to check f of n.
Oh,
We
okay.
can
F
see
of n
that.
is even. Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
So
Right.
f of
F of
3
n
is 2. That
right.
means even. That means we will take 3 inside the set, right?
Yeah, understood.
Similarly, we have to check up to 10.
So if basically if the Fn output of Fn is odd, even, then the n value has to be taken.
Yes. This is the definition of S1. Clear?
Correct.
Yeah. What is f of 4?
2 plus
1, right?
2 plus 1 equal to 3.
3. That means
Then
odd. So we
you
will
can
not
write
take
down,
4.
madam, 5. Then for 5, it will be 3 plus 2.
3 plus 2. That means
3
5.
plus 2. 5 plus 3.
5 plus 3.
F of
That
6
means
is 8.
That means
Then 8
6
plus
we
5,
will
F of
take.
13.
7 is
6
13.
we will take, right?
Yeah.
F of 7?
13.
13, which is odd. So 7 we will not take. F of 8?
F of 8 is 21.
Again, odd.
Odd, right? F
So
of
until
9?
you get 2 odds, you have to
34.
take.
Yes.
So
34.
9 will come. 9 will come, madam. 13 and 21 consecutive odds.
So 9 we will take, right?
And 10
And
will not come because not consecutive odds.
F of 10 is what?
Yeah, madam. 34 plus 21 is not even. So odd only.
Which is the number? 55.
55.
Okay. So this is our S1. Similarly, what is S2? N, when f of n is multiple of 3.
3s.
Okay. So what will be S2 then? 0? 0 we will take, right?
Ma'am,
Zero would
confused. Hello, ma'am.
Now, multiple of 3. Okay, same will come now, madam.
0 into 3 is 0.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
How to come is like you told that f of 8 is equal to 21. How it is? I little
F
bit
of 8
confused.
we will take from this equation. So f of 8 is f of 7 plus f of 6.
Okay.
F of 6 is 8 and f of 7 is 13. So we will add this to number. Okay.
Okay. Now I understand.
Okay. So similarly, we can calculate S2. So 0 will be there. Then 1 will be there or not in S2?
No, ma'am.
No, right? 2?
No. F
Zero
of
will
4.
be there in S2. 0 will be there.
4.
Fn is multiple of 3. So 0 is multiple of 3, right? 0 into 3.
So you will have
4 will come.
0
4.
will be 0
So
will be
4
there.
and
4 and 8. That's all, madam. 0, 4,
Yes,
8.
ma'am.
4. Then
8.
8. Right? So what is S1 union S2?
Apart from 0, 3 plus 2, 5. Union
0,
is 6.
3,
0, 3,
4,
6, 9.
6.
2,
Okay.
3, 6, 9, 4, 8.
Right?
4, 8. 2, 4, 6 items are
So
there.
this is the cardinality is 6. Is it fine?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Now I understand.
Okay. So is it fine for all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
So every time what you have to do, first of all, keep quiet. And secondly, you have to
Hey,
check
ma'am,
the definition.
I forget 0.5 here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understood your problem.
Thank you,
The
sir.
thing is, see, here they have defined at 0 and 1 if is differently, but that doesn't mean ki if is not defined at 0 and 1. Okay. Okay. F is defined from 0 to all infinity. Okay. At 0 it is giving 0, at 1 it is giving 1, and from 2 and more we can take the value from this equation. Okay. Then we are following the equations, the definition of S1 and S2, then the simple result, right? S1 and S2 we can compute, then we can check it. Is it fine now? If you have any doubt, you can ask.
No, madam.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Ma'am, I have shared one more question.
Ma'am,
The above one.
This one?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Which one is your doubt?
Ma'am, it contains two questions. It has two subparts.
Someone is saying something, I guess. I can't hear you because of a network issue. Okay. So first question you have problem with?
Ma'am, these options like slope I am able to find, but I don't know how to solve it for tan alpha.
Okay. What? Okay. So BC means y minus 2x plus 1. So the slope will be half. So we have the line. Let me take the screenshot. BC means this line, right? So what is the slope of this line? Minus 2, right?
2, ma'am.
2, ma'am. Y is equal to mx plus c. 2.
Right, correct. Thank you. 2. So this is incorrect, right?
Yes, ma'am.
M is equals to, this is alpha, right?
Is 1 by 2.
So this is this a straight line? Is this parallel to the x-axis or not?
This slope is 1 by 2. Ma'am. How can be parallel to x-axis?
Okay, see. We have, let us draw. We have this line. Y minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. And this line. 2y minus x plus 1. Okay. We can tilt the line a bit, maybe. This line is like that, right? 2y minus x plus 1, right? And this angle is given alpha. Okay. So,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This is our x-axis. Okay.
M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1 M2, that would be tan alpha.
Yes, right.
Oh, yes,
So that means this theta 1 is the angle between x-axis and this line, right? And this theta 2 is the angle between this line and x-axis, right? Right?
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So tan alpha is equals to tan theta 1 minus theta 2, right?
2.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
That means we can break them. It will be M1 minus M2 by
M2,
1
plus M1, M2.
Yeah. So M1 is slope of this line. That means 2.
So here is slope is 1 by 2.
M1 equals to 2 and M2 equals to
1 by 2.
1 by 2. Now we can put them. So 2 minus 1 by 2, then 1 plus 2 into 1 by 2, right?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. So this
It
is
has
not
another
equals to.
subpart.
Okay. So the first part is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
The second subpart. This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Which of the following option represent the equation of the line AC? AC. That means this. AC. Okay. Okay. So the first thing is you have to calculate the slope of the line. Okay. Okay. That means the angle. And one point is given. So how can we calculate the angle of this line?
Ma'am, I think alpha is given here. So other angle would be also alpha also for A. For A angle would be alpha also because it must be equilateral triangle. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must be from the you can say 2y from the BA line. You can say it must be angle 2 alpha. AC must make it 2 alpha. Alpha 180 minus 2 alpha. 180 minus alpha. 180 minus
Can we
alpha.
use the same formula to calculate slope, that tan alpha formula? Because alpha we already know, m1 we know for the line BC. Then we can calculate m2.
So you have to calculate this angle.
This would be 180 minus.
Okay. This angle we have to calculate. How can we calculate? So what is the angle? What is the
This
angle?
This angle is 180 minus alpha. You have written
No,
A here.
no. This angle, this one.
I just.
This is alpha, right?
Yes.
This angle is alpha, right?
Yes,
or not?
Ma'am, your cursor is not visible, I think.
This would be not alpha, ma'am, because that is the
Ma'am, do
selected.
we need to find this alpha, this angle? Do we? Is it required to find this angle?
We need this angle, right?
Ma'am, if we use a formula that we have used above, tan alpha is m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2, we can take one equation, one line BC and another line AC. So using tan alpha and using the equation of BC or slope of BC, we can find slope of AC. Once we get the slope, we have a point, we can find the equation.
Yeah,
Is that the correct method?
This is also fine. So if suppose this is the slope, we have the angle between this line and this line is alpha. An angle between this line and this line is alpha. So
lengthy, ma'am.
What?
Ma'am, ये lengthy होगा, but just you have to get the slope. Okay.
This is also alpha. That means this line, the angle between this line and AC is alpha. So you can use the slope. You can use get a equation using the slope. And similarly, the angle between this line and this line is alpha. So slope of this line we know and m. So we will get two equations. Then we can find the slope, and we have 1 point. So we can calculate it, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, we know what alpha is. So we calculated tan alpha equals to something, right? So from there, we can know what alpha is. And then we can do these calculations. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Any other doubt?
Can I share one more question?
Yeah, sure.
1 second, ma'am. Ma'am, I have shared.
Okay, let it be load first. Okay, which one?
Ma'am, again, it has two parts. 9th and 10th.
Okay. Suppose the function f and g we have intersect at most at 1 point. Based on this information on the... Okay. So for the first question, you have to calculate the point of intersection. That we can do, right? So point of intersection means we have to equate this to equation. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then x square minus k.
Okay, first part can be easily done now. I just forgot that we have to equate these two.
Okay, now you can do it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Next is find the possible number of values of k.
Yeah, so you have to calculate this equation. So if from here you have to check the possible values of k.
Discriminant should be, this is the quadratic equation, na? Discriminant should be greater than 0.
And less than 2, less equals to 2, right?
G greater than 0. Discriminant should be greater than 0.
Yeah, yes.
Then we will get the two roots. No, equal to 0, yes. That should be 10, yes.
Yeah.
So we are using
at most 1 point, that means discriminant should be equals to 0.
0, yes.
Right?
That is it.
So what is the discriminant? B square. B square means k plus 4 square minus 4ac, right? 4 into 4 plus k equals 0. So k plus 4 we can take as common. So we will get k plus 4 minus 4 equals 0. So we will get k into k plus 4 equals 0. So we will get k equals 0 and 4. So two possible values are there, right?
Ma'am, why discriminant we have taken a 0?
Because we have the point of intersection is at most 1. Okay. So at most 1 means this, from this equation we should get at most 1 root, right? Right?
Okay.
The root should be repeated.
Yeah. So for quadratic equation, because this is the quadratic equation, we only have 3 possibilities, right? Either there will be 2 different root, or there will be no root, or there will be 1 repeated root. So if I want to find 1 single root, that means we have only one option, that 1 repeated root we have to get, right? That means discriminant should be equals to 0, right?
No, ma'am, I'm not getting that point.
Okay. See,
Ma'am is saying ki if the both are the, that's you say that they are the quadratic equation, only that should be the tangent point. That should be touch both curve at a point. At a point. They should touch at a point. That means there would be roots should be equal. Roots should be equal.
Okay. See.
Roots, yes, ma'am. Roots should be repeated.
Yeah.
That's why
Are
D
you getting
must be
it?
equal to 0.
Are you getting it, or else I will repeat? So see,
If I substitute the value of k, so I'll get equal roots. Right?
You don't know the value of k, right? You have to calculate the value of k with this hint. See, we have the hint that we have at most 1 point of intersection, right?
Ma'am, if this statement is not mentioned, if it is not mentioned at most 1 point,
then we don't have that clue. In that case, we can't equate discriminant with 0.
then we'll not get any value, right?
No, there should be a hint for that, right? If there was 2 point of intersection, then D should be greater than 0. But because there is 1 point of intersection, then D should be equals to 0. Right?
Got it, ma'am.
Got it?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have one general query. We have 4 subjects, right? So paper is of 4 hours. So will we get 1 hour each, or all 4 subjects will be displayed? We can solve any subject anytime within those 4 hours?
Yeah, you can solve any paper anytime.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So anything else? Anything else? Any other queries, doubts? No?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ma'am, do we
For
have doubt
Yeah.
session tomorrow as well?
Tomorrow we don't have any session, I guess.
TA session, one TA session is written in the Google Calendar.
Okay, so you can join the TA session. Day after tomorrow is the exam, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
It is 4 to 6.
TA session is there, so you can join the TA session. Yes.
It is for doubts, right? That session is for doubts.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
this recording will be available on.
Yeah. You can go
Okay.
to live.
Okay.
Just go to live and you can find the.
Fine. Okay. Thank you.
All the best, all of you, for your exam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Welcome, all of you.
Thanks, ma'am.